Welcome to Train the Mind, selections from Vani, a collection of the teachings of Sri Anandamayi Ma, vegetarian, part 2 of 2 on words of wisdom. Sri Anandamayi Ma is a beloved Hindu saint who graced our planet from 1896 to 1982. She was born in the village of Keora in present-day Bangladesh. Her name, Anandamayi Ma, was given to her by her devotees and means joy-permeated mother in Sanskrit. She attained self-initiation at 26 years of age. Her saintly qualities have been widely recognized and have also been mentioned by Paramhansa Yogananda in his book Autobiography of a Yogi as follows. I had instantly seen that the saint was in a high state of samadhi, utterly oblivious to her outward garb as a woman. She knew herself as the changeless soul. From that plane, she was joyously greeting another devotee of God. She traveled throughout India and Bangladesh, teaching the importance of living a God-centered life. Everyone could be in tune with the divine, and every opportunity in one's life, be it work or family, done with sincerity, love and devotion, would enable one to walk the noble path. She was a vegetarian with a compassionate love for every living being. Her acceptance of all faiths and backgrounds, along with her universal teachings of divine love and joy, has enabled countless people from different walks of life to benefit from her wisdom. Sri Anandamayi Ma was renowned for her realization of joyous self-sufficiency and ability to lovingly connect with people through her spontaneous discourses, kindly directed at the individual audience to enable greatest understanding. Let us continue sharing selections from the book Vani, a collection of the teachings of Sri Anandamayi Ma, recorded and translated by her devotees Bhaiji and Atmananda respectively, where the devoted saint challenges us to see opportunities in our daily life to practice spirituality. People who come to see me sometimes say, I hope my visit is to not putting you to any inconvenience. It is because they wish to keep apart from me that such questions come readily to their lips. Just ask yourself whether this sort of consideration enters your mind when you wish to see your father, mother, brother or sister. You feel at ease in their loving company, and even should your visit cause them some inconvenience, they will not notice it. If you understand that this body belongs to you all, such hesitation will not arise in your mind when you come to me. Wherever you go at any time, go with your whole heart and soul, and nobody will seem a stranger to you. Whenever you feel like it, come and see me. It is a great joy to see all of you who are manifestations of the one joy supreme. Since everything in this universe is the creation of the one great Father, all are kith or friends and kin. Just as the sons and daughters of one large family choose a dozen different professions whereby to earn their livelihood, just as they settle and build homes of their own in dozen different places, so all human beings, although one in essence, are grouped in various ways and under various denominations, according to the demands of their multifarious lines of activity. For the cure of the ailing body, many systems of medicine exist, such as allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, and others. Each person makes use of the method that is best suited to him. Equally, to cure man of the disease condition that causes the perpetual recurrence of birth and death, there are elaborate prescriptions to be found in the Shastras or scriptures, and many rules and regulations to be learned directly from sages and saints. Yet all have the same purpose. The diverse paths followed by Hindus, Mohammedans, Vaishnavites, etc. all ultimately lead to the threshold of the eternal. At the entrance to a railway station, there is much agitation and noise, much pushing and jostling, but once the correct platform has been reached, everyone's destination has been settled. The master and the servant, though separate embodiments, are essentially one. When the master in his infinite mercy descends into a physical body, he becomes the servant. Just as there can be no servant without a master, so also the master is dependent on his servant. Thus, there is an eternal mutual relationship between the two, so much so that the one cannot exist without the other. The master is the sole object of the servant's self-dedication. On the other hand, the master relies entirely upon the servant for service. The one who in his fullness, in his totality is the master, he himself, when appearing in division, becomes the servant. In other words, the servant is but a partial manifestation of the master. You boast so much of doing service. This is just idle talk. The real servants were Hanuman, Garuda, and other like them, who identified themselves so wholly with their masters that they had no longer independent existences. Complete subjection of oneself in service is what is required. He who is incapable of unreservedly offering to his Lord his all, his wealth, family, friends, mind, heart and body, cannot claim to be recognized as the Lord's true servant. This world may be likened unto a drum with only one player. The rhythms it gives forth depend on his will. When Kirtana is performed, have you not noticed how many people dance and sing to the rhythm of the music? But do any give a thought to the instruments or their players? Those who pass their days on this earth in happiness, which is only a tiny fragment of the real joy, are not interested in knowing Him, the source of all delight. Seek Him who is the fountainhead of everything. This is real tapasya or austerity. This is real sadhana or spiritual exercise. One often hears people say that while living the life of a householder, it is impossible to make spiritual progress. Is this quite true? How many opportunities are offered to a householder for practicing religion in daily life? Parental affection, the fondness between brothers and sisters, the love between husband and wife, the reverence and devotion of children for their parents, the companionship between relatives and friends, the blessings of dependents and of the poor and suffering, are all potent aids towards a life that ultimately aims at self-realization. Think it over and you will understand. Tossed about incessantly between the ordeals and pleasures of family life, the spirit of renunciation sometimes awakens in man, together with a desperate yearning for God. Where this is so, the householder has a better chance, even than many an anchorite who has left home and family. What is the good of saying, I want to turn my mind to the eternal, but I am unable to do so? When anyone in your home has just an ordinary illness or disposition, no matter how preoccupied you may be, you at once consult a doctor and run here and there for remedies. Or if anything goes wrong with your worldly affairs, think of the amount of trouble you take to put it right. But when you find a difficulty in concentrating on God, you at once give up, fold your hands in your lap saying, I cannot, and wait for His grace. Does this befit a karma yogin? If once you rouse yourself to enthusiasm, you will be able to concentrate well enough. You spare no pains to make your body healthy, strong and beautiful. If you try equally hard to educate your mind, you will see how wholehearted, how fervent your aspiration grows. Merely to sit down and philosophize will not take you anywhere. It is necessary to apply theoretical knowledge in practice and to engage in sadhana. To be one-pointed in all you do will of itself teach you the secret of how the goal can be attained through action. For more information on Sri Anandamayi Ma vegetarian, please visit anandamayi.com.
I refuse to take part in any violence against women, against children, against animals, against the earth, against anything that I can protect. I will protect it. And the result is that I will be protected. The Honorable Maneka Gandhi, vegan.
Gracious viewers, it was a delight to have your company today.